Head coach Deion Sanders got the college football world shook. Now, for the people out there that didn't believe and had all these questions and whatever, they might be shocked. But to the people who know Deion Sanders, to the people who know his work ethic, to the people who know that he was the only athlete to play in a World Series and in a Super Bowl, know and understand what this man stands for. A commitment to excellence, being your best at all times. And his players believe in him. That's why they went out there and beat TCU. Now, at the post-game press conference, head coach Deion Sanders thanked his players. He talked about the game, talked about things he needed to clean up, even praised the other team for how they played and praised their head coach. And even when the media who was giving out those questions trying to make it out to be or trying to make it out to be about Deion shifted the focus back to the players that made the impact. Sure, he said that they had to make some adjustments on defense and on special teams. And sure that he said that, he told people that he was coming and people didn't believe him. So yeah, he kept the receipts. But throughout that near 13 minutes, he was praising the players and he was praising the other team. So I got a question for you, David Dodd, right? For those of you not aware who this buffoon is, this is David Dodd. He is a sports writer for CBS. And yes, David Dodd, you kind of look like this guy, right? You know who this guy is? This is Buck off of Star Trek. That's what you look like. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, you totally missed the boat on this. You totally missed the boat. Now, for those of you who may not be aware of what this man said that drew the ire of a person like me, right? Come on. This is what he said. This is what David Dodd said. Salute to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is what this guy here said. Dennis Dodd, my bad, not David Dodd, Dennis Dodd. Coach after coach has told me, take the blame for when you lose and make it about the players when you win. Yesterday was a moment missed to do the latter. Instead, wonderful moment and a bit of oxygen sucked out of the room. Colorado Buffalo's football players deserve better, in my opinion. Did you watch the damn press conference, motherfucker? Did you watch the goddamn press conference? Clearly you did not. You clearly didn't. Because had you watched the press conference, you wouldn't have said nothing that asinine. You wouldn't have said nothing that completely asinine had you watched the press conference. Clearly you didn't. And this is the type of media that Deion Sanders was talking about. People who are here just reaching. Look, if you hate Deion Sanders, just say you hate the man. Okay? Just say you hate the man. You still salty. about the fact that a smart, free black man pisses you off every time. You try to make it out to be like, oh, well, the Colorado players didn't get no shine. What the fuck you mean? Clearly, you didn't watch the press conference, and your contemporaries end up calling this guy out. Your contemporaries end up calling you out over that shit. You sitting up there talking about, oh, coach after coach. What coaches told you that? Huh? What coaches told you that? Take the blame from when you lose. But he didn't lose. And make it about the players when you win. He did that. So what are you talking about, dude? No, if anybody who sucked the oxygen out of the room is a Bama like you. You'll be the type of dude that sucked the oxygen out of the room with your line of questioning. Your line of questioning will suck the oxygen out of a room. Because a Bama like you would try to make it out to be like Deion Sanders making it out to be like it's about him. When he's out here promoting these players. He's promoting his quarterback, who just happened to be his son. He's promoting his wide receivers. Because that's what he's supposed to do. Shout out to Arquise Ross for his $10 donation to Cash App. I really do appreciate you, my brother. Frequent contributor to my channel, man. I really do appreciate the love and support from Arquise Ross. If you want to donate, there's my Cash App, there's my PayPal. Any and all donations are accepted and appreciated. Once again, thank you to Arquise Ross for his donation to Cash App. Now, Dennis Dodd was probably the same person that when Deion Sanders was making his rounds in Colorado and he was changing out these players, he probably one of the main ones that had questions about that. He probably one of the main ones that was talking shit about, oh, well, Deion Sanders don't know what he's doing, and this is unprecedented. He's all prime and no shine, and he's all sizzle and no steak. You watch. This ain't Jackson State. You in a Power 5 conference now. All that bullshit that they was out there spouting. Now, mind you, Colorado only won one game last year. The team was 1-11. Did you forget about that, Dennis Dodd? So, of course, when you get a new regime that comes in, you don't want the holdovers from the previous regime, especially if that previous regime was trash. Because, see, this is the thing that you didn't take into account or you conveniently left out. Deion Sanders did not lie to those players. He told them to they need to hit that portal. Now, whether they chose to or not, that was up to them. But he told them to hit that portal. He didn't lie to them. Unlike a Bama like you sitting up here lying, talking about how Deion Sanders was on this self-promotion tour. We clearly wasn't. You fucking idiot. Maybe, just maybe, watch the press conference and then you could throw your little shade and sneak disses in there. But what you ain't gonna do is lie. You're not gonna create some false narrative out here and think you're gonna get away with that. No, the days of the mainstream media putting out this type of bullshit is over with. We're not going for that. That's why a channel like mine exists. So it can counteract these fake ass false narratives that's being put out here. Talk about a wonderful moment and a bit of oxygen got sucked out the room. No, a person like you will suck the air out of a room with your line of questioning. The fuck out of here. Of course, Deion Sanders will go keep receipts. I won't blame him. I don't blame Deion Sanders for keeping receipts because it's some of you guys out there that was throwing that bullshit out in the atmosphere. And y'all jealous of Deion Sanders. Y'all don't like a smart, free black man telling y'all to y'all face that he told y'all so. Y'all don't like nobody telling you what they're going to do. They go out there and do it, and what they do results in a win. You don't like that shit. No, you just want somebody to be humble, Leonard. You just want somebody to put their head down and do their job and be humble and be grateful that they even have this opportunity. That's the kind of person Dennis Darwin. So you want a Tony Dungy, right? Deion Sanders ain't built like Tony Dungy. He got respect for Tony Dungy, but he ain't built like Tony Dungy, where he just keep his head down, does his job, be low key, and just be grateful that an opportunity like this is presented to him. Nah, Deion is going to tell you to your face what time it is. He gonna tell you to your face what we gonna do and how we gonna do it. It's not his fault that you can't keep up with the program. It's not his fault that you're an idiot of a sports writer, Dennis Dodd. Yeah, because we got the receipts. See, this day and age where people can just say all kinds of shit and cover it up. No, you can't do that nowadays, not with social media. Because anything you say can and will be used against you. If anybody that missed the mark is you, Dennis Dodd, and you owe Deion Sanders an apology because of anybody who deserved better is Deion Sanders. That's who deserved better. Where'd you get this from? Huh? Did you go on Twitter and look at a couple clips and this was the thesis for what you're writing right now? This was the whole basis for this bullshit that you're spouting right now? What's up talking to Grubber Media? I don't like no Bama like Dennis Dodd. Cause see, people like him is who Deion Sanders is talking about. You're proving Deion Sanders' point. Whether you want to acknowledge that or not, you're proving his point. That comment just proved this point. So you just gonna keep on being a goddamn. You know what? I appreciate a Bama like you that keeps the same energy, right? You ain't out here riding dick. You keeping that same hateful energy. And we appreciate that, Dennis Dodd, because every time you say some stupid shit, I was going to come right through it and put my foot in your ass. Every time you make some asinine comment, I'm on your ass, boy. You could best believe that. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else need the ass kicked? Let me know. Because this is crazy. This man can't get no shot without somebody hating on him. And he ain't even making it about him. You dudes in the media is making it about him. He promoting his players. Because that's what a head coach is supposed to do. He's supposed to put the spotlight on his players. When he puts the players in the position to succeed and they succeed, why not promote them? Ain't that what a coach is supposed to do? That's what they signed up for. That's why they did all those hours in the weight room, running all those drills and practices, over and over and over again. All these drills with no guts, no glory. When you sitting there on the goal line, offense versus defense. When you carrying that ball through a gauntlet of people and they trying to swipe the ball at you, trying to get you to fumble and all that. When you sitting up there in that intense heat, hardly any water breaks, going at it back and forth just so you can crack the starting lineup. And during those practices, you got those coaches out there trying to see who is it that we're going to play on the weekend. But y'all made it out like Deion Sanders don't know nothing about football. The man played for 14 years in the NFL, is a Hall of Famer. The man played 4 years at Florida State. He played high school football before that. The man coached football. He coached the youth. And when he does break a game down, he's very articulate about what happened, what players were out of position, what the quarterback saw, all that stuff. So what in the hell is people coming up with this perception that he don't know what he's doing? So you guys in the media, especially you, Dennis Dodd, you sound dumb. If this is what they paid you hundreds of thousands of dollars to do? Huh? Deion Sanders, the only man who's played in the World Series and the Super Bowl, but he don't know what he's doing. What athlete you know in this lifetime can say that they could that they were able to play in the Super Bowl and in the World Series? You can't say that. The man's a winner. And you just a whiny ass old bitch. Let's just keep this 100. Dennis Dodd, you just a old whiny ass bitch that don't want to see a black man succeed. Fuck out of here. You know, subscribing to this channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the Mighty Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Hurt.